Greetings, everybody, and welcome to Just a Normie channel. If you're new, please like, subscribe, and share. And today we are going to discuss the coming disaster that is the externals. Kevin Feige's destruction of the MCU, why I have no desire to invest or watch, and that is coming from a normie. Our buddies over at Bounty and Comics had a great article about Kevin Feige, boss of the MCU. Is and has addressed the race gender swapping and why I have zero desire to invest my time in watching it. Endgame was it for me, and that is coming from a normie like I stated earlier. As I stated, Endgame was it for me. Why? Because I just don't see or want any more. Frankly, I'm burned out, and with this latest information coming from Feige himself, no thank you. I have zero. I'm not gonna, you know what? I'm sick of all this shit being shoved down my throat. According to Kevin Feige himself, a majority of the externals characters have been race, gender swapped. I have no problem with the gender and race swap and all that stuff. Just fucking write good stuff, okay? The only characters that look similar to their comic book interpretations are Icarus, Athena, and Patasso. Further, he states that they changed Meraki to black, female, deaf character. Kingo now appears Indian instead of appearing to be Japanese. Ajakar is Hispanic, Lebanese. Jesus Christ, dude. Talk about... And female. Gilgamesh is now Asian, and Sprit is now female and a young girl. The article goes into why Feige would make these race and gender swaps almost every single character from the comic, with when Variety's Kate Arthur asks, External expands MCU in terms of representation with its large international cast, its first LGBTQ superhero, and I know some of those things are baked into the externals, but how many of those expensive ideas came from Chloe? None. He answered, well, the notion of switching up the genders, sexualities, and ethnicities of the characters from the comics was baked in initially. That was part of what Nate Moore was really advocating in moving externals to the top of the list for us to start working on. What exactly the makeup was between when Nate put together his internal discussion document, which is how we always start on all of our projects, and what she came in and did, and didn't really recall exactly, Feige stated. Feige then began discussing the casting, where he claims that Cersei is the lead of the film, not Icarus, who is probably the main protagonist when it comes to external stories in the comics. He said when it came to casting, that also did affect it. There were some characters that we changed from male to female. There were some characters that we know how we were altering them from the books, but then also it came down to casting. If it wasn't more clear what the MCU is and will become, they will bastardize what they own and force it onto the masses. But people are fed up, and it will be a disaster, and as it should. I am tired of this forced wokeness. I believe this is the last of what was great about MCU. It all gave us a glance from Wandavision and so much other things they have released recently. Kevin Feige should step away to ensure his legacy, yet his once great MCU will be a forgotten footnote after this disaster. So let me know what you think down below. What are your thoughts on it? Let me know down below. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for listening, everybody. Take care of her. Bye.